Okay, so now we are on, we're connected. So I'm here today with this person. Talk a little about yourself.
So my name is Bianca. I'm a developer. I did computer science and I'm developing some software now. And I met her at classes and we danced together.
It froze a little, but I imagine you said you met me doing dance classes and we danced together, right?
Yeah, right.
Okay. So today I have four questions for you, and I imagine you have four questions for me too, right?
Right. There is a lot of great questions.
Not so difficult, huh? I hope. So do you want to start or I start?
I can start. Can you take any lesson from this period of quarantine?
That's your first question already? Starting. Okay. Uh,
Yeah.
I can answer. The lesson I've learned during this period of quarantine is that I don't need a lot of the things that I usually buy.
Very good
So
lesson.
I can
Like
reduce my
like what?
consumption.
Like
Like
what? Like what?
like for example, I was paying for some extra fitness classes, but I discovered that I can do everything very well up on my terrace, the terrace of my building.
Oh,
So
great.
I can exercise there, so I can uh, cut down on these expenses. All right?
Lesson. I just all right, but I just like to add something. I
Uh,
think that I the lesson that I took was that we take for granted a lot of things that we do, like going out and seeing our friends and our family, and it's very bad when you cannot.
I agree with you 100%. I think when things are here at our disposal, we imagine they will always be here. So
Yeah,
sometimes this may not happen, right?
right.
Yeah.
Strange.
I also learned that I can and that I like to have classes, have online classes. Before I was a little skeptical about this. I don't know if I can, if I would like that, but now I'm getting accustomed to it.
Yeah, I'm taking on classes too, and I think that's very great. Not missing the physical uh, classes, but I don't like to work from home. I discovered that I don't. I like seeing people and lunching with people and playing table tennis.
Uh, yeah,
It's
I
not very
prefer face-to-face. So my first question to you, it's a little more philosophical than this. Is
there are Buddha here.
it's a little philosophical. So think about the time when you were a child, and I want you to tell me what is your earliest memory, the first thing you can remember of your existence.
I don't know what's the first because I think that my memories from my childhood are little strange. I can't remember really a lot of things. I think that when my mother says something, or when I see some picture in a book of photographies, I can remember something, but I think that's not very well. But the first ones that I remember was my mother taking me to the club, a club in um, it was a very nice club. I had some friends, and my mother told me a very nice, a very fun story that I can remember a little. Well, it was when she was pregnant with, and she was in the pool trying to go get out home, but I didn't want to to get out of. I was running from her, and she was because she fell, and I was just laughing. So the man that was looking, anyone was saving her because they thought it was just some we were playing, but we were not playing. She was actually drowning.
So it's froze a little here for me. So it's because your mother was inside the pool and she was almost drowning and you were laughing.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
okay, very sadistic. Okay.
I don't remember it very well. But I think that when you are a kid, you don't think that anything serious will happen.
Yeah, because we are not aware of mortality, right? That we can die.
Yeah,
When I was a child, I was much more courageous than I am now, for example.
yeah, me too.
And what is your second question for me?
um, I don't know if people here know that. What, as I said, we met at forró classes. So, what made you want to learn forró?
That's an interesting question, and I have the answer. When I started living by myself in Lapa, I I needed a group of people. I needed friends, new friends, because before living in Lapa, I used to live in Ilha do Governador. That's very far, and all my friends were there. So I was here in the city center alone. Not here because I don't live there anymore. I was there, and the first thing, the first group I joined was a group called Polyglot Club, and it was to practice many different languages like English, Spanish, Italian, and so on. And it was interesting that most people of this club they enjoyed dancing forró, and I made a good friend there named Marcia, and she influenced me to start learning how to dance. And then I
Oh, I
decided
didn't
to
know.
and then I decided to start because she had this influence on me, and I took lessons for 6 months before I went to my first forró ball to dance because I wanted to be the very best.
It's very difficult. There's so much to learn for.
Yeah, the more I learn, the less I know.
Yeah,
It's
I didn't know
philosophical.
that Marcia introduced you to the forró. It was the same influencer that that we had.
So
Marcia was the one that showed.
she brings people to forró.
Yeah.
And then I started having classes at her home, and the teacher was a guy named Luis Felipe. Probably you know him, the teacher,
Yeah.
and he used to go there to teach us both. So we had class together.
And she was starting to learn.
Sorry, could you repeat,
She
please?
was beginning. She was beginning to learn for her
No,
too.
no, she was much more advanced than me, much more. But we had this experience together.
Oh, great.
Yeah,
Very good. I didn't know.
live and learn. So now to
So
change, uh,
what
what?
oh, you can say?
So to change the tone, I'm gonna ask you a depressing question. What makes you unhappy?
Um, I think that is quarantine. It's something that really makes me unhappy. When I can't be with my friends and my family and I can't do the things I love, it's something that's really depressing me. Like I can't dance for her and I can't play all the sports that I love. So it's very difficult, I think. You need to invent some new different things to make you happy. I think that we should learn to be happy with anything. Like there's people that don't have what we and we have all things to be happy, but it's difficult when you can't do anymore the things that you love. So you have to try to change some things. It was like when I torn my ACL in my knee, so I couldn't play soccer anymore, and I had to change the sports that I doing.
I remember.
Yeah. It's like that. I'm trying to play video games and to read books and study, but it's not the same.
Yeah, me too. I've been watching a lot of movies and series, and I enrolled in a course on the website Coursera. Do you know this website?
It was frozen. What was the course?
A course on the website Coursera. Do you know this website?
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm doing a course there, so it helps to keep the mind fresh.
What's the course about?
It's a specialization related to English teaching uh, by the Arizona State University. And after I complete 150 hours, I get a certificate that will be
Oh,
good for
very,
my career. Yeah.
very great. I wanted to do something. It is paid. Is it paid?
But you can apply for a scholarship, so you can do for free. You just
Oh,
need
great.
to justify, but they always give me. I've never been refused. I've done 3 courses there for free.
I didn't know that. I will try.
Yeah, and usually the price is like $50 per module, but you need to write a justification why you need this course and how this course will help your career, and they let you do it for free with the certificate. That's the best part.
That's part. Yeah, we need nowadays. We need certificates.
Yes, it's true, it's true. So now go ahead. Shoot.
Is What's your favorite music style? eat forró or rock or anything else?
Um, yeah, I confess that nowadays I listen a lot to forró. I listen to forró very often, but if you consider all my life, all the 19 years I'm alive,
Very great.
I think I have listened much more to heavy metal.
Yeah, me too.
Mainly
Nowadays,
Black
I
Sabbath.
think that I use Black Sabbath is the main one.
One top three, top three. I've listened to Metallica a lot too, Black Sabbath and Slayer, Blind Guardian, Sepultura. But nowadays only Forró Sacana, Fala Mal.
Very different. We are very eclectical.
Yes, super eclectic. Super
Yeah,
eclectic.
yeah.
And I
What?
have I have one more for you. Okay? Can you hear me?
No, it was frozen.
So I have
Could
one
you
more.
repeat?
One more question for you.
Okay.
It's like Marty McFly, you know, Back to the Future, you know this movie.
Yeah. A lot
So
of questions back to the future today.
but my question is Back to the Future. So for example, uh,
Ah,
here's a question. If you could edit your past, like modify your past, what do you think you would change?
mm, this question is very difficult, but I think that certainly I would not get married. Because
Oh, okay. So,
the the relationship in general was good for me to learn a lot of, so it was very great for my growing. But the the fact of actually being married officially, it was not good to get the divorce, because I had to do a lot of bureaucracy and spend a lot of money, and it was very bad.
so if you could go back in time, you wouldn't have gotten married because you used to be married in the past, right? But then you got a
Yeah,
divorce. Okay.
yeah,
Was it many years ago?
yeah. 2 years ago, a little more than 2 years, not so much.
2 years ago, you got the divorce.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I
Very,
had
very
to
adult.
sell it. Yeah. I had to sell an apartment and do a lot of things. So the fact of breaking up, it was bad, and all this bureaucracy just make it even worse, because I had to wait a lot, and it's strange that you are still connected to the person.
I see, I see. Did you get married in church?
No,
No. All in
because
white, through the bouquet, no?
no, it was a party and we got the person of the celebrate, and it were in In a green, I wish I would marry in the beach, but it was not the case. But it was great because any of us believed a lot in the church.
Okay, okay, the institution, right?
Yeah, the institution and some of the things.
Maybe your second wedding can be in church. Can be at the beach, sorry. Maybe the
Yeah,
next
at the beach. It's
the
better.
next wedding will be at the beach.
Yeah.
So, Bianca, the call it's frozen sometimes. So I'd like to ask you some more questions, but can we do it on a different day because when our internet connection is better?
Okay, we
I, I
can.
I still have one more, but it's freezing constantly here. So until this moment, it's been very good, good chat, and we can do sometime some other day
Okay.
again. All right.
It's frozen here too.
So
I
thank
don't
you.
know if it's my connection or your connection.
Yeah, I don't know either, but it's yours. So thank you for participating, and I'm gonna stop recording, but then we can talk a little more offline, without cameras. Okay.
Okay. Thank you a lot for inviting me. I think that's very good for my training and to practice English.
No, we'll do it again, definitely.
Okay.
Thanks.